Okay, well, it helps if I turn on the mic. So, okay, so here we go. So here I have to do a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but some character sketches for the class. And I'd done a few others before this, so I was just trying to decide on a few. And I finally decided on the look of the character. And I was looking for kind of the clumpy kind of hair look, the animated. And yeah, we were just kind of told to do some sketches, come up with a character. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I complained a little bit more about this class in the video. I expected to have to do drawing, of course, but I'm not good at it. And I don't like being surprised about what I have to draw. I like to think about it a lot more. And I had to go back and like make sure I got this part done after a few days. But I had decided kind of on the look of the person that I wanted to do for this. So I was trying to figure out just like a few, I don't know, poses, I guess. But still not so great with the getting the mouth to look. I guess I got to just erase that line now that I look at it. It probably would have been fine. These are things I don't think of. But now I'm pulling out the watercolors because part of this too is to kind of work on the watercolors. And what I did in the corner, which you just didn't see, is I mixed a couple of colors and just tried them out. As I'd done in the top right hand corner up there earlier when I was just kind of messing with the paints. But this is so go ahead and try out this. Yeah, I'm not really caring too much about shadow or anything else, but just trying to see how the watercolors work. These are again the Munyo watercolors, and I'm not having the greatest time. So kind of what you see here is me really trying to figure out like what colors I want to use, what I don't, and trying to mix the colors and try to figure out like the color palette. And I will tell you that later on I just kind of throw all this work out the window because why not? It's not my brightest time. So I'll let you enjoy this part, and I'll see you a little bit later in the video.
can I say how much I dislike this class I'm taking? It's the person who's teaching it skips around a lot, and the lessons don't build up. Like, it's building up certain techniques, but there's a lot of things where it's just assuming that you do it. So, in order to prepare for this lesson, I have to draw a portrait. And which I didn't know until I started the lesson. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw a portrait.
So I took a bit of a break, made some other videos. I need to start editing these soon. Hopefully, have you seen this one? I've edited it. So we're gonna come back to the guy I was working on, this watercolor class, which I am not enjoying. Yeah. So we're on to the next part where she's showing how, she's giving some good tips on how to shade and shadow things in clothes. I didn't use a lot of clothes on this guy because I wasn't really sure when I got to this lesson, and it just said have your portrait ready and start painting it, and you're like, okay. But I'm gonna see what I can do to touch it up and to make it kind of better. I don't know. Still using the Mugno watercolors, which watercolors are not my thing. I'm more excited for my next class, which I might have gotten overboard buying supplies for and then got more supplies, but that's in the video. So I'm gonna do this. I was watching some other tutorials, and one thing that one person suggested is spraying your watercolors and stuff from time to time and just doing it that way, and I was like, oh, that might be interesting, so I'm gonna try that. I have these fine mist bottles that I've had lying around, so I'm gonna start there.
And that makes them look pretty. Also, I ordered a stamp to help me with some of my swatching because I can't draw straight lines. But the stamper, I guess, makes ink. And I got this Potter's Pink. Sela Paint Co. But they also sent me this Superior Paint brand, which I couldn't find anywhere. I tried to see if I could find it with Prussian Blue. Yeah, so I'm just going to hang on to these, but I'm going to try this Potter's Pink out that they stuck on this little card. Sorry about that. Alright, so my memory card and my battery died all at once. So I don't know exactly where it stopped, but I'm sitting here fixing, doing more on this painting. I'm supposed to be doing clothing. I don't have a lot of clothing on this guy, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. But I guess I can try some things and see what I come up with. Because of course they just said just draw a portrait. But either way, I'm coming back and trying to render him more out a little bit more. So here we are. Yeah. So it's a while since I finished that. And by finish, I mean I stopped. Like, this is not going well. And I'm not exactly happy with the result. But this, pretty much what you see towards the end of that video, is the final result. So a few things, obviously, too much water. There's definitely, like in areas where I started to get it right, there's just too much water. That just destroys it. Like at the beginning, I have like some nice delineation, but I overdo it. And that's really what got me. I finally just had to stop. It wasn't doing it right. I didn't have the right rip size and I couldn't make it better. And I'm used to like, I guess, the acrylics, you have that ability to make it better. And I was so frustrated. Plus, frustrated with my camera equipment at the time. And I'm going to see if I can up this a bit. I don't know if that's the wrong way. I'm afraid to mess with it. Anyway, I'll bring my mic down actually so I can, maybe that'll be better and you can hear me better. I'll see. But every time I put in a shadow in this, like it just too much water, it got washed away. Like all the shadows that I started putting in there, they're just gone. And I started getting it down here and towards the end, but it was too late for this. And a lot of this video, oh, I know. And a lot of it's too much water. There's lots of times where I have to walk away and let the painting dry because I cannot find my dryer or heat gun anywhere. Yes, I know it's a mess. So, and I don't know that I'm really great at watercolor, but I was so frustrated that I didn't do my last assignment for the class. I mean, I didn't do it on camera. And I did want to show it to you because I actually really like how that turned out. Again, not going to recommend this class. I'm not going to link it down below. I had a really hard time. But in the scene that I drew, which I have video of the scene, drawing it, but not painting it. And so I did want to, and I'll bring it back for that. But it turned out pretty well. So let me see if I can get this. Trying to do it justice without darkening the light too much. Oh, wow, that looks really kind of neon on there. I might be speaking too close to the thing, so I apologize. I'll try to equalize that. I'll try. But a lot of really nice things, like the tree turned out really well. And I was having trouble at first trying to figure out like this, and like we had to put a character in there, and that's what I didn't know what to do with it. And this could have just been really nice without that character. I think sometimes just adding a person is too much. If it's not about the person, why are they there? Like, just like in a story, you know? So, but I still got that guy. So, like, I don't know if you can see it on there, you know. If I were to scan this in and make it available, this would be one I did. Because this is one I'm kind of proud of. I got nice clouds in there. I got faraway mountains and closer up mountains, though you can't really tell the difference there. I think that loses a little bit. I got some waves in there and I mean, I like this one. So, but there was a lot of frustration and I didn't know if I was going to get it. But working with less water, working with lighter washes, just kind of like, I think I went back to I don't know what that noise was. But like, just like in the gansai thing, I had the same problem, right? Too much water, not enough patience. And when you have that patience, I guess it does make a big difference, I think. Will I come back to these watercolors? Probably. There's definitely I have uses for them. I think I'm going to do a video on wasting your time with art. It's not a bad thing, not a good thing sometimes either, but not a bad thing. So, yeah.
So this class like literally jumped from, let's see, I don't even know if I have the, yeah, I think like this one was filmed, oh jeez, you guys. Okay, we'll try that again. So this is like the main sketchbook that I use for the Bryce Co class. And it's filled with like all the exercises, going back and trying. Like when we got to the paint the first time, like filled this plus lots of, I mean, all kinds of things that I did in that class. The gansai, which honestly, like I said, this one and like this guy here with the, you know, like there's all kinds of really cool things that we built up through all that. Oh, like this? I love this guy. Oops. I think I had to, yeah. This was me getting brave and trying his, because he would like break out his assignments. Like, you try the very easy, the very, like, it was like very mild to extra hot. And like, so I was trying out some of like the spicy exercises. So I did try things. A lot of how that turned out. I'm not the best at perspective. But the other person in the next class, it was draw some faces and some bodies, which I tried to do. I was trying to decide if I wanted a man or a woman. I thumbnail really quick. That was like in like a class, maybe two. And then it was draw your scene. Okay. I thought the class was supposed to be about watercolor. She spent a lot of time on drawing, so I drew the scene, traced it over in the pen, which I got Copic pens, so I'm never gonna, you know. And then it was, you know, do some character sketches, do some color swatches. And I'll actually pull out the other book, which I hadn't realized, you know, I'd already drawn, then it was draw a character. So I drew a character, which was that guy. And I drew it in here, this mixed media. I should have drawn it in my watercolor pad. Which, you know, let's see here. But I didn't. I drew it in there. So it was in there, and I hate wasting. I'm sorry. So then it was like, do a bunch of watercolor exercises, which were kind of fun. And I did a bunch that she didn't do. And then it was paint your character. And then it was paint your scene. And it was mostly like tips and tricks, things you can get on YouTube. And stuff like that. It wasn't really a class. It was like, here's a bunch of tips and tricks for different stages. Go. Everything's covered up with her anime character, or she skips around, uses different materials that are not given to you in the class. Many of the materials you're given are not explained, and that's what it is. But did it come out with a good picture that I actually kind of liked? Yes. So, and is it the best picture? No. But I liked it. I liked how it turned out, and I at least got to a place I wanted. When it came to the end. And again, I wish I had done this one. Though this one turned out really well, I thought, in comparison. And the same mixed media pad. It would have been better to be on here. So there's those. And I just finished it out last couple pages. And all my other ink sketches and everything else are in a different pad. I didn't realize I had a few pages left. I thought, I'll finish it out and then I'll move on to the next. Nope. that's what it is. I have them. I don't plan on buying any other watercolor, unless it's completely by mistake. Um, I have my gansai paints, which I love. I have those ones, which I'm like, what? But they do still purpose. Now I have some watercolors to do washes and things like that with, so they should last for a long time. Yeah, so that's my watercolor adventure for the beginning of 2022. So I hope you enjoyed. Um, like and subscribe. I think I figured out the cards, so there should be a subscribe in another video, hopefully, and I just hit the mic. And yeah, thank you so much.